We are talking about circle and circumference and measuring angles and arcs. In the objectives, we have identify and use parts of a circle, solve problems using the circumference of a circle, identify central angles, major arcs, minor arcs, and semicircles, and find their measures and find arc length. So start with the definition of a circle. It's the set of all points in a plane equidistant from a given point called the center of the circle. A circle is named by its center point. So in this case, we have the name of the circle. It's going to be called circle P because the center point is P. And all of these numbers or all these points that are on the circle are equidistant from point P. A chord is any segment with endpoints that are on the circle. So if we look at this one right here, we have F has a point on the circle and G has a point on the circle. So FG is a chord. We also have AB is an example of a chord. So here's point A, here's point B. So that is AB. And we also have JK. JK is an example of chord. Here's point J on the circle. Here's point K on the circle. So then we have JK. The diameter is a chord that passes through the center. So in this example, we only have one diameter, and that is AB because that's the only one that is a chord and also contains the center point. So the diameter for this one is going to be AB. Now we have radius, any segment that connects the center to a point on the circle. In this case, we only have one radius. That is going to be PH. And when we're talking about radius, usually we represent that with a lowercase r. Similar when we're talking about diameter, usually when we're talking about diameter, we talk about it with a lowercase d. Is a line that intersects a circle in exactly two places. So in this case, we have line YX or we have line M. That's another way we could call it. And that because that intersects in 1-2 place, that's called the secant. So we could call it line XY, line YX, or we could call it line M by the lowercase letter written at the end of the line. A tangent is a line that intersects a circle. A tangent is a line that intersects a circle in exactly one point called the point of tangency. So in this case, the tangent line could be line QR, line RQ, or line N. So we could call it line QR, line RQ, or we could also call it N. Now the point of tangency is point R. So that is the point of tangency right there. The line is tangent. The point at which it happens is point R. Then we have a couple more things to talk about. Concentric circle. Concentric circle are coplanar circles with a common center point. So in this case, we have center point A right here, and both of those circles would be called point or center point A because they both have the same center point. Congruent circles are two circles with congruent radii. So in this case, we have a radius of 2, which is represented right there. So for this circle, we have a radius equal to 2. This one was given to us in the measurement of a diameter. So the relationship between radius and diameter is radius is equal to the diameter divided by 2, or the diameter cut in half. So in this case, our radius is going to be equal to the diameter divided by 2, which the diameter in this case is 4. So 4 divided by 2, and this one is also r, is equal to 2. So because both radii are equal to 2, that means that the circles are congruent. Are any two circles similar? And the answer to this is yes. The short answer. The long answer, yes, they're similar, because there's a scale factor that we could apply to either one of these to make it match exactly with the other one. So we don't have to check for any size or any angles. If they are told that they are circles, then we know that they are similar. Then we can look at intersections. Here we have two circles, and in this case, the intersections that we have are two intersections. And we can see that one intersection is right here, and one intersection is right there. Then we have how many intersections on this one, and in this case, we just have one intersection. And that one intersection happens right there, and it is actually at the point of tangency, or the two circles are tangent circles. Then we have this example where the intersections would be 0 because there is no intersection. So in this one, we have concentric circles, or we have two circles that are not next to each other and don't have a way to intersect.